everybody, I'm ExxotikGaming. Today we have even more mobile gaming news to talk about, so let's jump right into it. We're going to get the sad news out of the way first. We have some pretty disappointing news about Rogue Company Elite, the mobile version of the popular third-person shooter Rogue Company. That's all I'll say right now. We're going to talk about it in just a sec. Next up, real quick, I just wanted to show you all the brand new mobile trailer for Warframe Mobile. We talked about that in my last video, and there's some more info there. Then, we'll move on to the game Indus Battle Royale. You might remember me making a few videos on this game in the past, and this is an Indian-made Battle Royale game that looks super promising. It's got a super unique art style, great mechanics, a big loyal fan base, and there's a lot more news that has come out since the last time I made a video on it. Dark and Darker, a very unusual and unique fantasy dungeon PvPvE adventure game, will most likely be coming to mobile devices in the near future. I've seen some videos on this game. It already came out in early access on PC in early August, and it's an extraction type game with the same concept as Escape from Tarkov, but you're underground in a procedurally generated dungeon, and there's a lot more fantasy elements in this game. I don't know, maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't, but I'm interested in it, and we'll talk more about it a bit later. Project BloodStrike is about to come back, literally so soon from now. I'm actually worried it might come out before I post this video. I don't really know. I have the latest news from the last couple of days about this game, and you're definitely going to be super excited for it because you're probably going to be able to get back online in this game as soon as a few days from now. That's not 100% confirmed, but it's definitely looking like it. And yeah, to finally wrap things up, I'd like to check out a new game like GTA 5 that released just a few days ago. This game is out for Android devices right now, might be coming out for iOS pretty soon, and we're gonna just hope that YouTube doesn't get mad at me for this video like it has in the past. But yeah, we're not gonna put the word download anywhere in the title or description or anything, so hopefully it's gonna be okay. I don't really know. I hope you all do enjoy this video. If you do, please take a second and leave a like and subscribe for more mobile gaming content like this, and let's jump into this. So, getting the sad news out of the way first, I'm sure you're probably expecting this based off of what I said at the beginning of the video. Rogue Company Elite has officially been canceled according to the latest news. It's very sad. If you didn't know much about this game, it was the mobile version of the game Rogue Company, a third-person hero shooter game developed by Hi-Rez Studios. It was first announced like at least a year ago or something, and it was a really solid game in my opinion. I played it on iOS throughout several playtests, and I really enjoyed it. It felt fluid, fresh, and different compared to a lot of the other shooters we had on mobile at that time. Unfortunately, I guess other people didn't really feel the same way, because apparently the project was put on indefinite hold last month. I didn't know about this until a couple of days ago, which is why I'm talking about it now, but yeah, I'm pretty bummed out about it, to be fair. This game had a ton of potential, but they just didn't market it well enough, I think. I don't think I saw a single ad from Rogue Company Elite, like, ever. Did you? Can you let me know in the comments if you saw an ad? I don't think I did. But some of the challenges that they faced a few months ago before the servers shut down was a lack of a guest login option, a low retention rate, the inability to attract more users easily without paying a ton of money to get these people, and the market just being too competitive already. We had games like Apex Legends Mobile, Call of Duty Mobile, PUBG Mobile, so many games that I guess just people didn't really care about this. So the devs just decided to abandon the mobile version and focus on the PC version instead. And yeah, it's unfortunate, but I guess you learn from your mistakes. Mobile gaming is not the same as it was in 2016 when you released a game and it was pretty much a guaranteed success. It's tough now. Games like Apex Legends Mobile can fail, even if they're really, really good games, and this game, unfortunately, faced the same fate. Maybe one day it can come back, but for now, that's it for Rogue Company on mobile devices. So, yeah, with that out of the way, we can now move on to Warframe Mobile. The developers just had their big Warframe conference called TennoCon a couple of days ago, and they finally announced a release date for the mobile version of the game, as well as the trailer. You're seeing the trailer in the background of this video right now, and it looks awesome, and I am super excited about the mobile version of this game. I think it's going to be awesome. It's going to probably have the coolest melee combat out of, like, any mobile shooting game out there. It just looks awesome. I don't know what else to tell you. The official release date for this game is on February 20th, 2024. So, in a little while from now, to be fair, but there have already been beta tests going on, and you can play the game right now if you're lucky. You can sign up for an early test on Test Flight for iOS devices by visiting their website. I'll be putting the link down below in the description in case you can't find it, but if you don't really want to play the game early and potentially have a buggy experience, they also now have a pre-order page on the App Store for iOS devices. You can see it right here, and I will also be putting this link in the description so you can pre-order it on iOS. The really interesting thing, though, is they didn't mention anything about Warframe on Android devices. There is no pre-registration page for Android on the Google Play Store. They only focused on iOS. Now, that doesn't mean that this game isn't coming for Android, so don't freak out about that, okay? But I think that just means they might be further in development with the iOS version as opposed to the Android version. The big issue with Android devices that a lot of gaming development companies face is that there are so many different types of phones with different operating systems, they might just not have figured out the minimum specs for Android devices yet. So they don't want to provide a pre-registration link for certain Android devices that are kind of budget and low end, only for those people to pre-register and then later on down the line not even be able to play it, you know? Don't worry though, over the next few weeks or months, we're inevitably going to get more information about the Android version of this game. And yeah, it's going to be a cross-play game, which is really freaking exciting. So you might want to subscribe because I'll be telling you all how to pre-register or even get the beta right when it becomes available for Android. However, now we got to talk about Indus Battle Royale because so many people have wanted me to talk about it. I don't have immediate brand new news today about this game, but it's been a long time since I talked about it, and a lot has changed since then. This game has progressed very nicely. You're seeing some of the trailers in the background right here, and I honestly love how this game is looking right now. It really looks like a more cartoony version of Apex Legends Mobile, and I really like the graphics style. I don't know about you, but I think it's cool. To give you an understanding of what this game is about, Indus Battle Royale is one of the first ever Indian-made mobile shooting games. The team that is working on this game is based in Pune, India, and has made other super successful mobile FPS games in the past, like Mask Gun, for example, which has over 50 million downloads on Android. Indus Battle Royale is a game set in a futuristic Indian civilization, like hundreds or even thousands of years in the future, when the country is way more developed and looks like a futuristic utopia like you see in movies, you know? It's a third-person hero shooter that features futuristic weapons, abilities, and maps inspired by Indian culture and mythology. The game is set on the planet Indus, a mysterious world that is rich in a rare substance called cosmium, which can grant instant victory to the player who collects it. This game has deep lore, and there are even Hindu elements in this game, and overall, it looks like the game for Indian gamers. But the thing is it's not only for Indian gamers. The whole thing about this game that the developers keep saying is it's made by India for the world. So the whole world can download this game and play it and appreciate Indian culture and civilization more. I think it's really cool. I personally love India. I've always wanted to travel there, and Indian food is some of my favorite food in the entire world. It's freaking awesome, all right? It's really cool that there's a game based around India, because most games aren't. I can't think of a single one, dude. They're usually set in the US or Europe or East Asia, and India is sort of neglected. But it's not only India that's neglected, we don't really see games set in other places around the world too, like pretty much anywhere in Africa, Southeast Asia, Eastern Europe, or South America, and even more places that I'm not listing. Maybe this game is going to spark the imagination of developers in these countries, and a few years down the line, we're going to get games based on other countries as well, like Malaysia, South Africa, Nigeria, Brazil, the Philippines, you name it. It's possible. There are developers in all of these countries. So it's a really exciting time for mobile gaming. I think Indus Battle Royale is the start of something big. You can pre-register for the game right now from their websites. I'll be putting the link down below in the description in case you can't find it. And I believe they'll be doing a closed beta test within the next couple of months. So look out for that. I'm super excited, and I hope you are too. So yes, moving forward, let's talk about Dark and Darker. This game is really crazy. I first learned about it a few days ago when I was watching a video from the YouTuber Aculite. I really like his videos. It looks wild and so different from other games that I'm used to. I understand that a lot of you guys are probably not going to be into this sort of thing, but bear with me, let me explain the game, and maybe you can make a better decision on whether or not you want to play it. Dark and Darker is a game that combines fantasy, dungeon crawling, and extraction mechanics in a unique way. It's a multiplayer game where players can choose from 7 different classes and explore procedurally generated dungeons full of loot, traps, and enemies. This means the map will never be the same. It'll be different every single time you jump into a match, and you never know what is lurking around the corner at any moment. Think of a very fantastical version of Escape from Tarkov set in a dungeon in like the Middle Ages with skeletons and other players using special abilities, and it's a really weird concept, but it actually works, and it's really cool. The goal of this game is for your team to collect as much treasure as possible and escape through a portal before other players or monsters can stop them. There is also PvPvE elements in this game where you can cooperate or compete with other teams in the same dungeon. There was a whole big legal issue with this game not too long ago where they were accused of using stolen code and assets from another game, and it couldn't even get posted to Steam on PC. But despite this, everything worked out and it launched in early access on August 7th of this year. Recently, Krafton, the publisher behind PUBG Mobile, said that they were really impressed by the potential and creativity of Dark and Darker, and that they wanted to share this game with a new community of fans on mobile devices. Krafton secured a global license for a mobile version of Dark and Darker, and they'll develop it independently from the PC version, just like with PUBG Mobile. There's no release date yet for the mobile version of this game, and do expect it to take a really long time before the first tests begin. This is like the very preliminary stages of the game. They've probably not even begun working on the mobile version yet. But yeah, I just wanted to let you all know about this because this is another very exciting upcoming mobile game that you might be interested in. And finally, before we move on to playing the game like GTA 5 for mobile, let's talk about BloodStrike real quick. You guys know this game as the light version of Warzone Mobile, but like I always say, I personally think this game is already better than Warzone Mobile right now. A few days ago, Cyraton on Twitter posted that servers are ready, and the game comes up with a message now telling you to download the latest version to play, but the update isn't out yet. If you tried to open up the last version of BloodStrike that you might have played a little while ago when they had their last beta test, it used to say something like, servers are offline. Now it detects a new version, and it's only a matter of time before they release it. This is supposedly the global version of the game, and it'll be available for iOS, Android, and PC with crossplay and cross-progression. It is really, really close to release. Cyraton says way sooner than expected, and I'm just so freaking excited, man. So, yeah, that's it regarding BloodStrike. Just wanted to keep you all updated with it. And finally, to wrap everything up, I really wanted to play this new game called City of Outlaws, but it turns out at the time that I am recording this video, the servers are not online. I don't really know how to play this game. I don't think you are able to play the game just yet, but there is a brand new game called City of Outlaws, which is very similar to GTA 5, but for lower-end Android devices. The game isn't currently available for iOS yet, though I would imagine eventually they're going to be posting an iOS version. But for right now, you can download this game on Android. You just can't download it from the Google Play Store just yet. You're going to have to search up City of Outlaws APK on Google and then download one of the APK files. It should be about like 690 to 700 megabytes in size, something like that, but you might not be able to play it just yet. You are seeing some of the trailer as well as some gameplay from some other people, and it looks like a pretty solid game. Like, it's got a story mode, it's online, it's multiplayer, you can do both online and single player types of stuff, and obviously it is by no means a GTA 5 mobile, but as of right now, it's honestly one of the best open world, like, crime city type games that you can play that's similar to GTA 5 for mobile devices. It's another great option when that other game that we talked about in an older video is nowhere near to being released yet. And if you guys would like to check out a game like this, then you are more than welcome to. But yeah, since I can't play the game myself, I'm not going to spend like 10 minutes talking about it. You can read up more about this game down below in the description. I'll have some links like describing what this game is about. You can read up on that and see whether or not you want to actually download it. And yeah, that sort of covers everything for all of the news that I wanted to talk about in today's video. We had lots of different stuff to talk about, and I hope you guys were entertained throughout the entire video. If you did and you would like me to continue making videos like this, please do take a second and leave a like and subscribe for more mobile gaming content. Thank you so much, guys, and I will see you all in the next episode.